meantime... It's that time of the week again where we get the most snappily dressed film reviewer onto the show. I'm delighted to say Van Connor joins me now. What are you wearing?
It's because you can't see me for a change. I'll have you know, just
see.
For you, Alex. I dressed up special just for you.
Stop it! Did you put a suit on?
You asked me in advance. I put on my best Rocky Balboa look. So I've got the maroon blazer and the black tee for you.
All right, here's how it's going to work.
Set the tone for you nice.
This is how it's going to work, because I love your backdrop. You are going to send me a photograph via Instagram Messenger of what you look like right now. Okay.
You're on.
So do it
You're
now.
I will
and go. And this is the corking thing about this, because I follow Van on Instagram, and I see the stuff he wears. He went to a premiere earlier this week, and he looks absolutely amazing. And I said to him as a joke, go on, dress up for me on radio. Go on, do it. Do it on Friday. And he's only gone and done it. And my screen doesn't work today, so it's not fair. I can't see him. So we're going to do it another way. Now, today, we've got one to talk about, and then we've got a Barbie and Oppenheimer, which should I go and see question. So let's start off with Hidden Strike.
Yeah, so The Hidden Strike, this is a movie that, believe it or not, was made in 2018 and has been sat on a shelf for 5 entire years. And it arrives today, finally, after all these years, on Netflix around the world. It stars John Cena and Jackie Chan. And it was previously known as Operation Snafu. And it's about 2 mercenaries who have to join forces to basically thwart the greatest oil heist in history. It's just outright action epic, set in the desert. You've got Pillow Aceback from Game of Thrones, played Euron Greyjoy in Game of Thrones, as the baddie. It's meant to be a twist, but they drop it like 10 minutes in, like, surprise, I'm your villain. I'm played by Pillow Aceback, so of course I'm the villain, because that's, you know, subtle casting. And this one's finally arrived. I've been looking forward to this. I've got a clip for you. This is from the trailer, because they're not pushing the marketing on this. It's almost like they were afraid to release it for some reason. But have a listen, see if this gets you as excited as it did me.
These guys are a little bit on edge.
You guys do nicknames? Bald Eagle, Tomb Raider. Full disclosure, there's a lot going on here.
I think they're gonna shoot you.
Why?
Because the first time I see you, I wanted to shoot you.
Allez-moi ces enfoirés!
See? I'm just taking back what they owe us.
Looks like we got ourselves an old-fashioned standoff. You go high, I'll go low.
Okay.
Oh, I say.
You okay?
Get off me.
Okay.
Get off me. Do you know, producer Dan and producer Stuart got very excited when Jackie Chan was mentioned. This is fabulous stuff. So what did you make of it then, Van?
I had a great time with this. I mean, Netflix is very quickly becoming the place to go for sort of stripped down, bare knuckle action. Recently, they had Extraction 2 with Chris Hemsworth, which is probably one of the top 3 action movies of this year. By the end of this year, it's going to fight it out with John Wick for what was the best action flick of the year. And that's if you don't include Mission Impossible as an action movie and more as a thriller. I thought this was good fun. It's a little bit weird having Jackie Chan play like an estranged father trying to repair his relationship with his daughter, given, you know, the actual Jackie Chan and his relationship with his daughter, which is horrifying. But he and John Cena work off of each other really well. There's some good back and forth there. Cena's always a good time in an action thriller. You know, it's good fun. And watching the pair go toe to toe, like watching them actually face off and have a, you know, well choreographed, over the top scrap is good fun. There's some great action sequences in it. The early attack sequence on a convoy of buses has this absolutely brilliant fight where the camera just like shines down from the ceiling and whizzes around 360. Looks great. Yeah, I think this was really good. I can't see why you'd stick this on a shelf for half a decade, but yeah, I think it was worth John Cena learning Mandarin for. It's directed by Scott Waugh, who one of the Waugh brothers. There's Rick Roman Waugh as well. I think they're both ex-stuntmen who've become directors.
It's a great
Rick
name,
Roman
isn't it, as well?
I know,
name.
yeah, like War. What is it good for? Directing movies,
exactly.
Obviously.
Good work.
Yeah,
and
I'd say Rick Roman. Go on.
Go on, I was just going to say, what are you thinking in terms of buckets of popcorn out of 5 for this one?
Oh, buckets of popcorn out of 5. I mean, it's objectively, it's like a 3.5. I mean, I'll give it a 4 because I had some fun.
Oh, good work. That's a good... Yeah, we like that. That's good. Now, the second thing, right, I know you are literally... You live and breathe films. I'm not. I can't sit still long enough, right? I can't. So everyone's been talking about the 2 films, Oppenheimer and Barbie. I could probably go and stomach one this weekend. Which one should I go and see? I've got a clip of Barbie. You can tell me about Oppenheimer. What's the deal?
So, right, it's hashtag Barbenheimer all the way, and it has absolutely ignited the box office in a way that we haven't really seen post-pandemic. It's a really good time for cinema. Now, I want to preface this by saying I have not seen Oppenheimer yet, and there is a very logistical reason for this. Because of the hype around these 2 movies, the studios decided to flood the screenings for them with influencers. And which I
don't
understand.
like influencers. I don't like influencers.
In the case of Barbie,
my mother and my best
this.
teacher are the only 2 influencers in my life. Forget those other people getting your freebies every day. Don't think so. Anyway, sorry.
I only like bad influences. Bad influences are my thing.
Sophie's a bad influence. Yeah, definitely.
But, as I say, in the case of Barbie, that makes sense. In the case of Oppenheimer, less so, because it's a 3-hour drama about, white men in a black and white setting, sitting around in rooms talking about building a bomb. So how that would quite, appeal, or why you would try and tout that to a bunch of 20-year-old influencers who think that World War II is when we fought France, I don't quite know. Anyway, I've not been able to see Oppenheimer because this has all been so popular, I can't get into a screening anywhere. It's sold out bloody everywhere.
Well, that's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, when the influencers get going, because you've seen Barbie, let's have a listen to this clip. I just want to hear what it sounds like and see whether it's going to tickle my pickle.
Oh, looks like this beach was a little too much beach for you, Ken.
If I wasn't severely injured, I would beat you off right now, Ken.
I'll beach off with you any day, Ken.
Hold my ice cream, Ken. All right, Ken, you're on. Let's beach off.
Anyone who wants to beach him off has to beach me off first.
I will beach both of you off at the same time.
But you don't even know how to beach yourself off. How are you going to beach both of us off? It doesn't make sense.
Why are you getting emotional?
You're going to beach both of us off?
Nobody's going to beach anyone off.
Van, do you know what, Van? I wouldn't say we're best friends, but you don't know me. You know me well enough to know that is definitely my type of film. Absolutely, definitely. Even the script in there is good enough. I'll have a bit of that.
It's a really sharp movie. It's got a lot to say, and it does it well. I mean, what they've kind of held back from Barbie is that it's not really so much about Barbie so much as it is just this brilliant, scathing indictment of the patriarchy. It's got some of my favorite gags of any movie this year. It's got a brilliant turn from Ryan Gosling as Ken, who has overshadowed Michael Keaton's Toy Story Ken now as my favorite Ken. And I just had a really, really good time with it. I think it's the perfect bubblegum time at the pictures. Like, it's one, and it works with all ages. It works on all levels for all ages, all genders. Go and see Barbie. I'm gonna see Oppenheimer this week. I'm gonna try and see it this week. I'm 40 this weekend, and I want to spend my 40th birthday in an IMAX screen watching
you know how you felt when you were 30? It's a whole lot worse when you're 40. I can guarantee it.
I know.
And when you're 50 and I'm heading that way, oh my giddy aunt, no, don't want that. But you know what? Life is what life is. Go and have a birthday treat to the flicks. Have that on us.
Exactly that.
You are such a star. Buckets of popcorn out of 5 for Barbie then?
Oh, Barbie, hard 4, easy.
Oh, excellent stuff. Thank you very much indeed. As always, Van, thank you very much indeed for your time. Gorgeous stuff. Here's Olivia Dean and Leon Bridges.